Hey everyone, welcome to Lance Fans of Gaming. It's a weekly vlog every Wednesday. Talk about stuff we have done. I just finished the Tyranid part of the Leviathan. We got one part that's not Leviathan. This used to be Forge World. But before that, subscribe, like, and share if you do enjoy the video. Check out our links down below. This is a Hierophant, one of the biggest model you can get for Tyranid in Forge World, I believe. I believe this costs around, I think, 1300 or more. I don't know the exact price of this, but the file was free, and this cost me probably $25 to print worth of resin. So this is going to be next. That'll be painting, and that'll be it for my Tyranids for a while. Then we'll be working on the what you call it. I'll be working on the Space Marine version of the Leviathan set. Then when that is done, we'll be flipping it around with Dungeons and Dragons. We'll do more of the AD&D miniatures and some of the 3D printed ones as well. I have no money for a while. Going to be 3D printing a lot of stuff due to the fact that resin is expensive, and I have a lot of unpainted minis as well. So reason why I'm holding this around because it's kind of fun. I have a cricket leg. But yeah, so Hierophant, that'll be it for the Tyranids for a while. I know there's a lot of other stuff I can print for the Tyranid, but I gotta do the Space Marine, my Blood Angels, and I gotta work on the Dark Angels. That I work on the Chaos Space Marine on the Soul Forge box set. Then I have a shitload of orcs to paint too, so I have a lot of stuff that I need to get built and painted before I can print more stuff. And I have a lot of Dungeons and Dragons pewter pieces that needs to be repainted. A lot of them needs to be dipped in acetone for a while and brushed out, so it could be a new coat of paint and stuff like that. Because the older paint back then, especially in the late '90s and early 2000s, were crap. So new coat of paint, new look, and I gotta find a place to put these guys too. My guess is getting totes and some foam boards and cutting it out and put like a bigger pieces in there than storing it away. But also I find a place for storage. And the garage is kind of not that big, even though it's a two door garage. Having a family of your own and using the garage to store holiday decoration, it's become more of a challenge in a bit, but uh, it'll be done. I'm going to go to Home Depot, get some more of those laminate boards for like bookshelves that I have from IKEA, cut it up and make more spaces for the smaller ones. The bigger ones are the ones I'm having trouble to put storage in for it. And also got to print the stampas for the orcs as well. So each of my units have their own. Then when that's all done, I'm gonna print Tals and Necrons. Then the Eldars, then the Dark Eldars. Then I work on Corn Army. Then I work on Zinch's army. Then I work on Slanesh's army. So I have a whole lot of stuff. But first, get all the ugly gray unpainted minis painted. So I have painted like over, I'll say, 3,000 minis. By the beginning of January to now, about 3,000 of them I have basically painted. They all may not look pretty, but they're painted and they are playable. And we have a lot of shorts showing you like multiple minis. I usually do, usually two, depending if it's like this big one. There's gonna be one to like 30 or 40 at a time per video that's out. These ones will be out in November, the full painting video for it. But we also want to do some live streams. But I also do not always want to play games. I do want to paint, but the problem is I don't have that big of an office to have space to put stuff separately. So it has to be something I can paint within a few hours. And I won't be able to use speed paint unless I invest myself on a a heat gun and convert that into a cure box so that the paint will dry a lot quicker and cure a lot faster in that way. Um, I may end up stop paying for Patreons because I spent about close to $400 from plasma money on Patreons, and we probably gonna do need that money later on down the road when everything gets a lot more expensive than it should. So that's one thing we're gonna have to start working on as well, and try to find other ways of getting revenues. It's just very hard to meet demand and resources that I need that I can make projects because we need storage container, foam, resin, paint, and other stuff like that. We need like other types of equipments to cut foam. It's just very expensive down the line. So hopefully by mid of next year we'll have a lot of equipments that we can do, and we can do bigger projects in that way because I do want to make the foam boards into an actual like a labyrinth for like one shot, and I do want to take this labyrinth one shot to the convention for D&D and do like DM one shot there for people that's going to be coming to. But other than that, it is just like a waiting game. We're gonna pretty much figure out how we're gonna do things, and then we're gonna do a lot of broken terrains because we have a lot of 3D prints that failed, and we can use that to make terrains out of, and it would be a lot easier just to make it from scratch for it. A lot of them can be turned into statues or a fallen gun mount that's on the ground that's been during the battles between like different type of factions as well. Uh, but other than that, I have not played 10th edition yet. I do want to play some 10th edition. We are going to be trying it out with a few of my friends and see how that goes in a way and go from there, I would say. But other than that, that's pretty much all I have right now. But we are getting a lot of attraction for with views and subs. I'm very happy about that. I think I just need to push a little bit more. I still have not worked on the intro video for this channel. That's one thing I have to do. I want to get further and further to like let's say a 4 month like difference between now and then on scheduling videos of painting. So far, I only got to like almost 3 months. Then we'll get to four. Then I'll have more leeway time to do a lot more other stuff. Right now, just gotta charge on and paint as much as possible. We do have other. We have some very old school Warhammer pieces from the early 70s and 80s as well that we want to try and get that painted. It's pewter, but I don't know how the detail is because after a while, if you're not put in the right condition or a right protective area, these pewter pieces actually do rust, and there's a lot of pitting in it. So I might have to probably use a Dremel to put in the details into the pewter pieces for the old ones. But that's one thing we'll deal with that later on down the road. Well, anyhow, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, and share. Check out the links in Discord. Thank you guys very much, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care, guys. Bye.